Should you use leg drive or hip drive for the Olympic lifts? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Coach Brian from Big Ben Strength, and in this video, I'm going to explain the difference between leg drive and hip drive and how the understanding can help improve your Olympic lifts. The Olympic lifts, the snatch, clean, and jerk, require a significant amount of power, specifically from the legs. Now, a lot of people like to talk about leg drive or hip drive as the two main methods that you could get that power from the legs. Hip drive is when the hips are pushing the bar forward, the hips are moving to the bar to accelerate it, similar to a kettlebell swing. Now, this is not the ideal technique to use for the Olympic lifts because of the fact that it pushes the barbell away from you. This is going to cause a number of issues, mostly jumping forward, but a lot of the time it can also lead to a loopy bar path. So if you're snatching, you may feel like you're missing it back. And that could actually be the result of hip drive and not leg drive. Leg drive, on the other hand, is going to accelerate the barbell up instead of forward. This relies on quads to do the work and not the glutes like they would in the hip drive. When you use leg drive, you're going to be able to use way more force and accelerate the bar way faster, and the bar is going to be in a much better bar path because you're moving it up instead of away from you. Anytime the barbell gets away from us excessively, it makes the lift much less efficient, much like carrying your groceries out in front of you instead of down by your side. So again, when we look at the two, the hip drive is going to push the bar away, which we don't want for weightlifting technique, and leg drive is going to push the bar up, which we do want for weightlifting technique. So if you're struggling with your leg drive, try these 3 drills to improve your technique. First is the power position snatch or clean. Practicing this movement from the hip is a great way to isolate whether the legs are doing the work or the hips are doing the work. If the bar is swinging away from you or the hips are moving forward, you're using hip drive, and we need to not do that. Instead, we need to move the hips up and use the legs to do the work. Try practicing these with an empty barbell, but you can also go very heavy on this lift as long as the technique looks good. Another drill that I like to use to work on this is the power position pump snatch or pump clean. This is a great way to let the legs do the work for the first 2 reps and then feel them do the work on whichever lift you're doing. Try using these with an empty barbell or very lightweight as a drill in your warm-up before you do the actual lifts. The last exercise that I like to use to help athletes figure out how to use leg drive and not hip drive is the tempo clean and tempo snatch. In this exercise, we're going to pull 4 seconds from the ground to the power position, and all we're focusing on here is how we get into the perfect power position and then how we drive up with the legs and not forward with the hips. You can use these as a drill in your warm-up before your actual lifts, or you can use them as their own training variation and build up to multiple heavy singles, doubles, and triples at 75 to 85% of your 1 rep max. That's everything for this video. Now, if you're new to learning the Olympic lifts, make sure to check out our free 6-week beginner weightlifting program, which is going to teach you all of this from the start so you don't have to unlearn bad habits later on. That's linked in the description below. Otherwise, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you guys on the next one.